Samkele, yesterday we really heard the setting of the tone of this gathering. We got that political overview report from the president. There was a midterm report from Samkele Maseko, the Secretary General, as well. What's your sense about, how delegates are feeling as we approach what I call the business end of what we're here to actually do, which is to unpack those policies guiding the ANC's work?
Look at the reception of the midterm review report delivered by the Secretary General after he was done. The entire conference plenary got up in song and jubilation of what they had just received from the Secretary General of the African National Congress, Samkele Maseko, noting of where they come from the secretariat position with the former Secretary General of the ANC to what they received, which was a proper diagnosis of the state of the organization of the African National Congress, mirroring it to what is currently happening in society, whether the ANC is responding to the societal needs of the people they are leading in the various wards. But I am with Mr. Reuben Madadzhe, who is the Provincial Secretary of the ANC in Limpopo. Msanda, just the essence of that report, midterm review organizational report that was delivered by the Secretary General. You are also a Provincial Secretary in Limpopo. Just your response to that particular document that you received yesterday evening.
That was the true state and a true state of the organization report. Very honest report, brutal to our structures, what is happening, but also providing us with a way forward as an organization, how we must conduct ourselves as leaders of the ANC, also how we must take issues of service delivery very serious as the governing party in the country, also in our province of Limpopo.
When you look at some of the issues pertaining and the building of the middle class belt, how the ANC has lost the middle starter. You've got the Capricorn District Municipality, Polokwane Municipality, which has a lot of people, particularly in the middle class. You go to Louis Trichardt as well in Makhado, the middle class to a relative extent. How do you go back and win back this middle class bulge?
No, it's not going to be an easy task, Samkele. What we need to do as the province is for us to start to engage their forums, because this middle class have got forums. You need to engage from that level, listen to them. Also, don't just bash them when they give you advice, because there are some comrades who have got the tendency of just ignoring even good advices that comes from these professionals and business people, especially when it comes to issues of the if they are business people, they will have also interest on economic policies. They will also want to also give advice to the governing party, also the professionals, how we are running our education system, etc., etc. We need to listen to them, look at their issues, and also customize them within our community so that we can also lead everybody in the society. But if we ignore them, we create tensions amongst ourselves with them. Now, if you look at our baseline documents, it has encompassed everything. They are part of the people that were, taken into confidence. They also gave their input on the baseline documents. Now we are getting into our commissions to discuss those issues so that we can also come with a tangible resolution. But you must know that this NGC is meant to assess our progress. That is why the report of yesterday, it is called a midterm report, to assess our progress, where we are lagging behind, to also try and pull up our sources.
When you look at particularly the National Democratic Revolution, the NDR, what is the essence of the NDR that you are going to be discussing in the commissions today?
What matters most, Samkele, is that we need to take along our communities in whatever we are doing as government. Because if we just speak about NDR without delivering services, NDR, it is mainly about us and the motive forces that we are leading, how we are treating them, how we are giving them services, how we are servicing them as government. But if we keep on just theoretizing these issues of the NDR without tangible service delivery on the ground, we may have a very serious problem with the electorate, especially our motive forces, the workers, the workers, the youth, the women, etc., etc. So we need to make sure that we deliver services to our people, and on matters that affects workers, we go closer to them. We make sure that we engage with them, and we also have at least a middle ground where we can agree.
On the issues pertaining to especially the overhaul of public procurement, you used to work within the government space. The President spoke extensively of how you are even going out to outsource basic services that you can have done in-house. What's Limpopo's view in the overhaul of the public procurement system, knowing that you've got a number of people who go for public procurement in Limpopo, whether it's buy and supply of goods, particularly within the education sector and the Department of Health?
But Samkele, if you check Limpopo, how we are trying to capacitate a department called Public Works, since the 7th administration, it has hired over 1,000 employees, and it's capacitating the state so that the state can start to perform some of its functions, including building bridges. You have got a state now that it has got capacity to build also bridges. Now, what we are trying to do with our municipalities is to try and avoid insourcing of some of services like securities, especially in low key points of the municipal buildings where you need the risk is not that much. Now, that decision has been taken by our SAMU and our municipalities to make sure that some of the security services are insourced in the province, and that is what the president was talking about, is to capacitate your state so that your state can also start to perform some of its key functions, and we are doing exactly that as Limpopo government.
Thank you very much, Vhamusanda. That is the Provincial Secretary of the ANC in Limpopo, Reuben Madadzhe, speaking about the public procurement overhaul that President Ramaphosa was speaking about yesterday. This commission is going to be taking place on this particular end, which looks at a number of issues of service delivery and organizational matters. There are a number of people going in to this particular commission that will be taking place throughout the course of the day. And all commissions are sitting today. They're going to be deliberating extensively on the National Democratic Revolution, which speaks to how the state and the ANC relates to the motive forces of the people that they are leading within communities, such as the provision of water, electricity, jobs, infrastructure, and the works that keeps the people's livelihoods going on a day-to-day basis.